Hello students, how are you all? I just hope that you all are doing well. Now students, we will continue with the same chapter, chapter 2, flowers, fruits and seeds. And the topic that we are going to discuss today is germination. Now what is germination? Germination is a process by which seed changes into a baby plant called seedling. And there are various stages of germination. And what do you mean by stages? Stages means the entire span from the seed to a plant. Now, always remember that the seed which is obtained from the plant, they are usually very dry. And in this dry state, the seeds can remain alive, but they are inactive for long periods. We can say that they are in dormant state. So when a seed gets water, air and warmth, then it begins to grow. So when a seed begins to grow, it is said to germinate. So here the first stage is the seed absorbs water, swells and bursts through the seed coat. And then the water helps enzyme. The water that it absorbs, what it does, it helps enzymes to digest the stored food in cotyledons. The cotyledons, what they do, they contain the stored food for the embryo. So what happens, the water, it helps enzymes to digest the stored food in cotyledons, and then it makes it soluble. And this soluble food makes a radicle which further grows into root, and plumule which grows into a shoot, so present in the seed to grow. Now let me explain the process of germination or the stages of germination through the diagram. Now you can see here, this is a bean seed and it is inside the soil. When it gets proper conditions or it gets suitable conditions, then it starts germinating. So what is the first stage? The first stage is that the seed absorbs water, swells up, and then it bursts through the seed coat. And now you can see here that the radicle of the seed, it grows first to form the root and begins to absorb water and minerals from the soil. Then after this, what happens? The plumule grows upwards to form the shoot. And the shoot comes up above the ground. Here you can see here. And it develops green leaves, which synthesize their own food in the presence of sunlight. And the process, you know, is photosynthesis. Then here you can see the seedling grows gradually and becomes a new plant. So all these are the stages of germination. Now comes types of germination: epigeal germination and hypogeal germination. Now epi means above, geal means earth or soil. So in this type of germination, the hypocotyl, now let me explain this, the part of the plant, the part which is below the cotyledon is known as hypocotyl, and the part which is above the cotyledon is known as epicotyl. So in this type of germination, the hypocotyl, this portion, it elongates and pushes the cotyledons above the soil or above the ground. So it is seen in dicot seeds, for example castor, bean, etc. Now see the germination. Now epigeal germination. A seed gets proper conditions or suitable conditions like air, water and warmth, and then what happens? It grows out. The baby plant comes out. So the radicle, it comes out first, and it forms the roots. Then this hypocotyl, this portion is hypocotyl, it pushes the cotyledon. This is cotyledon, pushes the cotyledon above the ground. You can see the cotyledon is now above the ground. And then what happens? The cotyledons move out of the soil and form the seed leaves. Here you can see these are seed leaves. And after some time, what happens, these leaves, they fall off, and the plumule later develops into green leaves or second leaves. So this type of germination is known as apigeal germination. Now the second type of germination is hypogeal germination. Hypo means below and geal means soil. So in this type of germination, the apicotyl, now this portion, this is the portion which is above the cotyledon. Here, this portion, apicotyl, elongates, and the cotyledon remain below the soil. And you can see here, hypocotyl, it is in the apigeal germination, hypocotyl elongates, but in this hypogeal germination, apicotyl, they elongates, and hypocotyl doesn't elongate, they are shorter here, you can see here. So that's why the cotyledons, they remain inside the soil. So the cotyledons remain below the soil, so it is seen in monocotyledon seeds. Now monocot seeds, they are the seeds which has only one cotyledon, and dicot seeds, they are the seeds which has got two cotyledons. For example, gram seeds, they are dicot seeds, and castor or beans, they are monocotyledon seeds, or rice also. Then comes here, you can see this is a corn seed, and when it gets suitable conditions, it starts growing, it starts germinating. So here you can see radicle, it comes out first and forms a root, and then after this the plumule starts growing. And here you can see the apicotyl, it starts the cotyledons, they are still inside the soil. Why? Because hypocotyl, it is short and it is not growing, so the cotyledons, they are still inside the soil, but apicotyl, they have it has started growing upwards, and you can see above the ground, but cotyledons, they are still inside the soil. So this type of germination is known as hypogeal germination. Now conditions necessary for germination. I told you just now that the seed is in dry state or in inactive state. Once it gets the suitable condition, it starts growing or it starts germinating. So what are the conditions? They are water, air, that is oxygen, and suitable temperature. Suitable temperature means temperature shouldn't be lower than 0 degree, or it shouldn't be higher than 30 degrees Celsius. So the optimum temperature is 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Now here, in the presence of these conditions, the food stored inside the seed dissolves and provide energy to the growing embryo. So let us discuss about the conditions one by one. The first one is water. So water, the developing embryo, they cannot utilize dry food, so it can utilize it when it gets dissolved in liquid. So water is necessary for germination, as it dissolves the dry food which is inside the cotyledon. Then comes air. Air is required for rapid cell division. As for cell division, that means for growth. Cell division means growth. So for cell division, energy is required, and which is obtained from oxidation. That means what is required here? Air, oxygen is required. Suitable temperature, that means low and high temperature retards or destroys the embryonic tissue. So temperature should be between 0 to 50 degree, or the optimum temperature should be 25 degrees Celsius, between 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius for suitable growth. Now students, you have to answer the following questions. There are total 4 questions. You have to write their answers. in your practical file. Now question number 1 is, what is germination? Write all the stages of germination. Then question number 2, what is apigeal germination? Explain with a proper diagram. Then question number 3, what is hypogeal germination? Explain with a proper diagram. And then question number 4 is, what are the conditions necessary for germination? And you have to explain each and every conditions. Okay.